What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to Diablo 3. So we are looking at now, patch 2.5 is on the PTR. Just came out only, less than 10 hours ago, something like that, last night. And that marked the end of the anniversary event, and it's now looking to the future of some pretty cool new things that are being added to the game, and some new balancing as well. If you're looking for the full initial patch notes, there may be more added later, but if you're looking for the patch notes for the PTR, I've got a link to that in the description of this video. I'm going to cover just kind of like the major points of what's available here and the patch. You may have already noticed it already. Look at this big ass closet looking thing now here that is sitting next to our stash box. This is, wow, crazy long overdue to have a feature like this. This is the Armory system now that is going to enable players to very quickly and very easily switch between different sets. Any build that you set up, you can have the Armory basically take a snapshot of that. Remember all of your weapon, choices, your armored piece choices, your legendary gem choices, everything. And then you're able to basically set it up on these different tabs. And then as you wish, just come back here to the box. If you're going from solo to multiplayer or something like that, just come over here to the Armory, and it's so freaking easy. Setting it up is also incredibly easy. All you got to do is simply go up to the Armory with your build already intact, your skills in place, your armor, your weapons, and your gems and stuff like that, as if you're ready to go, right? And then just go up, click save. It'll ask you to put in a name for the build. You do that, and then that's it. It's really that simple. Now, this doesn't unfortunately act as an additional storage for those armor pieces. So if you, for example, you've got two different sets and you or two different builds that you're changing from, it's basically going to take the items wherever they are stored, be it in your stash or in your actual personal inventory space on your character, and then it's going to take those pieces out and put them on you, right? And then it's going to take whatever you had off of you and put it wherever the other stuff was, if that makes any sense. So let's say, for example, you're switching from the Helltooth set to the Jade set or something like that. If you've got the Jade set pieces in your stash box, right, and you're wearing the Helltooth set, it's going to put on the Jade stuff, and it's going to send the Helltooth stuff into your stash. If it's in your inventory, then it's going to swap it into your inventory. It's incredibly helpful. Better late than never, right? And we've also got another useful addition now here in the PTR upcoming patch. We've got our crafting materials that now have their own separate storage. So all of your bounty items, your crafting items, and even your Hellfire items that are taking up stash space in your box or in your inventory are all now going to this crafting materials tab that can be found here, and it is shared across all of your characters within the same game type, right? It's not gonna share your hardcore and your regular core, softcore, whatever characters items. It's all going to be shared though through this little button down here. So that's a nice little convenient way to kind of free up some space there. Appreciate that. And like I said, there are some other things that they're doing with balancing to different items, it seems, and there may be even more balancing to more items. But for example, one of the things that I'm most excited to hear about is balance changes to the Barber. I get this feeling that the Barber was meant to be like more than what it became by the end of their time working on it before they put it into the last patch before Season 9. And now it seems like they're continuing on with developing it and trying to balance it and get it working without completely, making it OP or breaking witch doctors in some crazy way. But they have made some adjustments to the Barber, also Reinhardt, also strong arm bracers. I think got basically a buff, some skills, and even some data mine info. Let's switch over here to the this is the official notes as we can see them over on Diablo Fans, and this is by Blizzard, the official blue post, right? So it's talking about things like strong arm bracers, Reinhardt, there's the Barber, and also some new changes to Manald Heal as well. Wizard pets such as Hydras will now also proc the damage component of Manald Heal when attacking a target. That sounds awesome. I really like that idea. So there's that. But then there's also some other stuff that's been data mined. It could be something that they are, it looks like, nerfing a little bit. Each dog deals from 120 to now 112% of your weapon damage as physical. It looks like they're doing something to disintegrate as well, up to a maximum from 890 to 1670, which is nice. Weapon damage as arcane. And then there's all these other really weird strings, like what I saw some really awkward stuff, like, what is this? Goatman melee a unique, talk softly, walk softly, carries a big stick. What? I almost get this feeling like the devs are trolling people that are data mining this info. You know what I mean? Just like, let's see how they try and interpret this. So what we've got also coming up, this is wild. Primal Ancients, okay? We've got something now called Primal Ancients that are going to be available legendary, and set items will now have a chance to roll as Primal Ancient. These items are more rare than ancient items and have increased stat ranges. So we went from legendaries being like the ultimate item to have, to then ancient items with even better stats than the legendary version. And now we have Primal Ancient, an even more rare ancient item that, I mean, who knows what these stat ranges are going to be like, but just thinking about that kind of makes my head spin. I know this is probably going to enrage a lot of people because they hate RNG. I don't know why they're playing an ARPG, because RNG is like the core of ARPG experiences, I think. But to be honest, I mean, the way that I look at this, because here's a complaint that I hear all the time about D3. People say that it's too easy to gear up in this game. And then I hear other people complaining about the RNG. So which is it? Is it really easy to gear up, or is it impossible to gear up because of RNG? The community can't seem to make up its mind. But I honestly think there should be some kind of, yes, ultra rare items. And I don't necessarily mean the items, but I like this idea because, okay, let's say you really, really are desperate for a main hand weapon or something like that is going to complete a build that you're really excited to play. Now what you'll get initially, and I mean this is probably the same kind of mentality that they had when creating the Ancients, you can get your hands, hopefully easily, on the basic level legendary of that weapon, right? So you can go ahead, you've got your build rolling, and you're good to go. Now, if you are hardcore with that character, or extremely lucky, and you know, we'll see how rare they really mean by this, then you may find a Primal Ancient version of that weapon that is going to really take you above and beyond the caps of what we're saying now for power, even as someone who has maybe managed to grind up to being fully decked out in Ancients. And I totally, I get that, and I think that that's a nice way to create a kind of ultra scarcity, like rarity within something you really want, without punishing people that want to be able to play those builds. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's the situation I'm basically in. For whatever reason, I'm either extremely unlucky, or you know, some of these items really are, it turns out, as I look into them, very, very rare, and it's a pain in the ass because they're like one of the core items that I need. Like, what was it, the Bukali belt or something like that for the fire bats? This patch, I was like tearing my hair out, like trying to get that stupid belt. Like, took me 3 days to get the thing. People were like, yeah, that's as difficult as getting a witching hour or something like that. I'm like, damn, why do they do this? So I mean, who knows? Maybe they're working it on a way to, yeah, make it so that way the base, like I said, legendaries are easier to get, so you can get into the build, and then, you know, for making some you know, form of those legendaries more interesting and more exciting, let's go ahead and we'll create, I guess, Primal Ancients. Why not? I mean, let me know what you guys think about that. There's probably going to be some booing and hissing about it, but hey, at this point, I mean, as a starving Diablo fan playing Diablo 3, I'll take anything they feel like doing, and you know, to mix things up and make things interesting for us here in the game. But I really want to know what's up with this This talks softly, walks softly, carries a big stick. Is this who I think it is? So there we go. We've got the Armory system. We've got the crafting mat tab now. We've got some updates to improve kind of work in progress legendaries, I guess, like the Manal deal and like the barber, and also it seems that they're doing some tweaking to skills. Some of that is data mined, some of that is actually in the official patch notes. Again, I've got the official patch notes in the description of this video. You should totally check them out and see if there's been any changes to something that you might be interested in, and who knows, there may be more added to that as the PTR goes on and as we work our way to that next patch, which like I said in the last video, I think that should be like the usual like 3-month cycles. We're still about 2 months away, a month at the minimum, I would think. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and I'm actually excited to get on the PTR, and I want to try out the changes to the barber, and who knows, maybe it's actually good again, or good in the first place. I hear it was really good earlier on the PTR, and then they like nerfed the crap out of it or something like that. But yeah, I'm rambling. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these D3 videos here on the channel, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.